I'm Captain John Prettyman. I spent the last 5 years of my life serving in the United States Army. 2 of those years I spent in Iraq, and I just happened to bring my video camera along and captured what goes on for a year in Iraq.
Hopefully in about a week we'll be home with our family and loved ones.
Is that bag heavy right there?
Yeah, not too heavy.
It looks pretty heavy.
I got terrorists in this bag.
Leaving Iraq is just as painful as going to Iraq. The only difference is there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, the year? Oh my God, the year. Hey, the year's been hell. These soldiers are tired, these soldiers are worn out. It's just one damn tasking and one damn operation, one after the other. These soldiers have been on the go 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the last 365 days. As you can see, they're just now starting to get a little bit of enjoyment. But if you stand here and pan around for about 15 or 20 minutes, something else will happen out the wire and the mission will change and we'll be out there jumping through hoops trying to figure out who the f*** is going to go outside the wire and do what we got to do.
Right now, we're on our way back home. We have the last phase here in Camp Taji. Sitting around in this room. Not really rat infested, it kind of looks it, but these beds here have had a lot of asses on them. Everyone's sleeping, people come, people go. You know, just gonna continue to wait and catch a flight tomorrow when we get out of here.
We should have about 5 days before we move away from this fob. I don't know how much longer before I move from this fob to the United States.
Does it really seem like it's going to end right now?
No.
The further you are along in the deployment, the closer you are getting home, the stupidity, spikes.
I have no expectation and no feelings of excitement because I'm still doing missions until I'm done doing the missions I need to get done. I really don't even think of going home.
We provide the medical and the emotional support for the soldiers to readjust when they go back home.
ANCD 417.
There's definitely a lot of excitement, but it's quickly drained out of you when you spend the next 3 or 4 days just getting back to the U.S. And it's the same process as getting to Iraq. You're taking the same plane, the same helicopters. You're waiting for 2 hours, looking at the plane over there and going, why are we not boarding? It's been 2 hours, but of course you just deal with it and eventually you get back home. Things can change. There have been units that were on their way back home and we're told, hey, we're gonna need you for a couple more months, turn the plane around, and they were back in Iraq for another month or 2. So until your foot's on U.S. soil, you kind of curb your enthusiasm a little bit.
We're still sitting here at Balad, which is about 25 minutes north of where we were at 2 days ago, which was Taji, and still sitting here with our thumb up our ass waiting to follow orders.
Is this the usual process? It just takes a long time?
Roger. This is a usual process that we continually get screwed over. So we'll figure out what the problem is, try to get it rectified, get these soldiers down to Kuwait.
What happened?
He killed somebody.
Why?
Because the bastards pissed me off.
What happened, man?
I've never met a larger congregation of fucking idiots before I came in the military.
Why?
Because they don't know what they're doing, ever. Ever. What we just had to do is we got bumped up an hour to go on a plane, get the fuck out of here. And then less than 10 minutes later, they say we're not flying till tomorrow. So we had to bring all of our heavy-ass bags way the fuck down there, back way the fuck down here, and then wait for the morons to figure out when the fuck we're gonna fly.
I think on your way back and getting back to the U.S., the return trip, the things you most look forward to, of course, not working on the weekends, being able to sleep in. It's really just the simple stuff. Somebody not knocking on your door. You don't have to worry about getting up every single day and going out on mission, or that sense of relief that, hey, I don't have to necessarily worry about getting shot at or blown up.
What do you think contributes to the stress?
If you're forced to do something that you don't think makes sense, then generally your stress level goes up because you're wanting to strangle someone or prove a point, make a scene, but you obviously can't do that.
The Army's losing a lot of experienced individuals, both enlisted and officers, by the way they're just basically treating people.
You think after you get out a little bit and you've had some time to relax, your perspective on the military may change?
I don't think so. I'm very proud of what I've done in the Army. I'm not very happy with how I've been treated in the Army.
I think the problem with the Army right now is the lack of honesty.
Have you heard anything else about that?
And every war for the U.S. military has been a learning point. I'm afraid that they'll make the same mistakes again if things don't change in the military. It's important, the message I'm putting out, and I may get a little attention for being so blatantly honest, but I think that's what people need today, and soldiers need, and to have somebody else that tell them, hey, this is what you believe, or that haven't been out there and haven't experienced it. I think it's very, very important that someone that's been there and that is willing to get in front of the camera and talk about it openly. It may stir things up a little bit. It may cause some change, but I think it needs to be done.